completing your CPA or CA at the time. Tammy, do you regret completing your CPA, CA?
No, I mean, that's such an easy answer. I never planned to do my CA back then. I was headed to law school. That's what I wanted to do. And I wrote the LSAT. Accounting was completely plan B for me. Never, ever thought that I would do this. And it just opened up so many doors. There's so many things that you can do with it. And I think that maybe students in high school or younger pre-professionals don't really get that. I think that there might be a misconception about what accountants do. And it's really opened up so many doors for me. And most of my friends who are my vintage, they don't do debits and credits. And I think that that's a necessary evil to get to the more exciting, interesting jobs. So, anyone who's thinking about accounting as a career needs to understand that it's like learning to walk. You can't run and hike and explore until you know how to walk. And, that's what intro is all about. So I'm really happy I did my CA. It's really, really been great for me.
How about you, Laura?
Well, it's a path that led me to a place in my career that I'm thrilled about. So from my 2021 perspective, absolutely not. There was a period of time when I was working on my CA and even afterwards, where I felt like it was definitely a mistake. I can remember sitting in UFI prep, it would be CFI prep now, and they were talking about how the UFI was the entrance exam into a fascinating profession. And my colleague turned to me and he goes, "Don't worry, Laura, it's your exit exam. You're close." Because I said I was going to finish, like I wanted to finish and get the letters, but that would be it for me. And when I did get my 30 months in, and then I realized, okay, well, I quit and now I don't have a job or income, but I also owe $1,500 in professional dues to enter, and then I'm going to have to pay that every year. At that point, I thought, oh gosh, is there even any point of me paying this? I'm jobless and I don't think I want to be a CA. And I wish I could remember who was CEO of the Institute of Chartered Accountants at the time, but he reached out to me. I don't even know how. I didn't know him. What? He kind of convinced me, you know what? I think that you might take some time and you may come back around. So I'm going to waive this for you. I think it was for a year, and let's get in touch in a year. And
wow.
he was right. Anyway, so for a long period of time, yes, total regret, but it worked out. Yay.
Yeah. And I think that's something that's super important to share, is that it's just because we love where we're at right now and are grateful and thankful that it's not all smooth sailing. There was one Saturday night that I recall back, and sometimes I feel guilt, or I used to feel guilt being a prof, training people towards possibly being, future CPAs, because I remember then I feel more solid in it because of this, because of just radical transparency throughout. So if there's an opportunity in class to, where a student asks me, what is articling really like, or what was it for you? I can say, there's been a Saturday night where, I received some news. There was perhaps some poor communication, and I'm the junior sitting in the cubicle, crying her eyes out for an hour and a half at 8:30 on a Saturday night, and then kind of laughing because I have to keep working because I can't leave until this work is done. And I'm receiving some really bad news, and, and realizing, okay, what can I take from this moment? I will never make somebody feel like this again. And then wrestling with that guilt of, am I putting students to be in a destiny like that? And the thing is, I would have still gone through and done all of it again, even during it, even not knowing what it would lead to. And even if somebody would have told me. So, but what would have been cool is if somebody would have told me and I would have had, an experience, or I would have had some tools to better equip with some sort of feedback that was received, knowing that you're not alone, knowing that, as a junior on a job, you cannot blow the budget so bad that you ruin it for everybody. You're a junior. Your job is to show up, have a good attitude, and do your best. that is our job really generally in life, but definitely as a junior. If your audit is blown up because of the junior, then you had some shitty planning and some shitty leadership along the way. And to make a junior feel bad about that is not a reflecting on the junior. So being able to provide context to this and saying, you know what, full transparency, they're not all going to be easy days. I think it's worth it. If you think it's worth it, then go for it, and surround yourself with people and opportunities that can make each day a little bit better. And, you know, just as many bad days, there are also good days. But like you, Laura, I finished up my CA at the time, not thinking I was going to use it, and then having some small opportunities and finding the empowerment through that designation and really making it something for myself. So sometimes it takes time. It's not all sunshines and rainbows, right?